And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans or our website, takesbyfans.com/watch. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered in multiple ways. All right, today's a big old Thursday. Gonna do a little bit of a quicker show. We'll try not to do too quick, but we are gonna kind of get on our hustle here a little bit. Just breaking down the NBA from last night in our NBA Daily 10 and predicting and reacting to the Week 11 lines. Gotta talk about these lines. We got a game tonight. Of course we gotta get these lines talked about. Patriots at Falcons. This is gonna be a real great matchup. Patriots in the prime time spotlight now that they're big prime time in the spotlight in the national media. It's going to be a real great game for them, and they're going against the Falcons, who they should have success on, but we know these Falcons, folks, they go up and down every week. Even in these games, every game, by quarter, we get a big old up and down with this Falcons team. I don't understand it, but we'll try and talk it through once we get to that game. So without further ado, let's kick off the show here with our NBA Daily 10 minutes on the clock. Next 10 minutes of uninterrupted basketball talk of what happened last night in the NBA. Are y'all ready? Because we got the clock starting right now. Alrighty, tons of games on in the NBA last night, so let's start with this one. Wizards at the Hornets, and the Hornets get a big win here, winning 97-87 over the Wizards on the road. We can start here with the Wizards. It's an unfortunate loss by this team. We know they've been climbing. I still think they're first in the East, even with this loss here. So still, this Wizards team is still pretty solid, but Kyle Kuzma did not have a good game last night. 5 points on 16% shooting, 1 of 8 from the three, a minus 14 on the floor, the worst plus minus. And this is what we get with Kyle Kuzma. He's a little up and down. We just talked about the Falcons being a little bit of up and down. Kyle Kuzma's a tad up and down. So this is going to be something to truly kind of keen in on an eye on as the season progresses, because Kyle Kuzma definitely has to be kind of, the number 2, number 3 at most here for this Wizards team if they want to, get into the playoffs and go deep in the playoffs. So Kyle Kuzma, we've seen him a little up and down. He's had great games. I mean, we're not knocking Kyle Kuzma, but we do get this kind of inconsistency by him a tad. So we'll see if it's concerning or not as we progress through the season. Bradley Beal, 24 points, led the team in scoring, 7 assists. We had Daniel Gafford, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Fantastic night by them. Off the bench, our man Montrezl Harrell got it done. Man, I love Montrezl Harrell so gosh dang much. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and only 22 minutes off the bench. Denny Avdija didn't have a great scoring night, 9 points, but on 1 of 7 from 3, but he did have 11 rebounds as well. So just overall, the shooting was not on point for the Wizards last night, and that was the main reason why they lost. Now let's shout out this Hornets team for getting the win here against a good Wizards team. LaMelo Ball, 11 points, 14 assists. Fantastic. Terry Rozier, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Solid game. He shot 1 of 7 from 3, and we know Terry Rozier is a great scorer for the most part. Mason Plumlee, 11 points, 13 rebounds, still impressing me this season. Love it. Miles Bridges, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and Gordon Hayward, 8 points and 6 rebounds, but he didn't shoot well either. 28% on 14 shots, but they were able to get it done because of good performances off the bench. Kelly Oubre Jr. still getting it done, 14 points, 3 rebounds, and Jalen McDaniels, 11.6 rebounds off the bench. So the Hornets were able to beat a very good Wizards team, 97-87. Next game up here is Pacers at Pistons, folks. 2 awful teams, and the Pacers still lose out here. Crazy. Pistons get to win 97-89. I don't know what that... If I was a Pacers fan, folks, I'm glad I'm not a Pacers fan, but if I was a Pacers fan, I would be going insane on a yearly basis that we're still this kind of so mediocre. Jeez. Sabonis, 15 points, 11 rebounds, only took 7 shots. It's once again, if you let Sabonis take 40 shots a game, you still lose. If you have him kind of be the facilitator here, you still lose either way. So I don't know, man. Pacers fans, please try to reach out to me because I've got to understand how annoying it is to be a Pacers fan. Karis LeVert, 18 points. We had Malcolm Brogdon, 20 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Unfortunate with this loss. And then for this Pistons team, they got great bench production. But let's start with the starters. Jeremy Grant, 19 points, 3 rebounds. We had Sadiq Bey, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and then Cade Cunningham, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. So not bad by their kind of main star power in the starting lineup. And then off the bench, Frank Jackson, 11 points. We'll take that. And Corey Joseph, 18 points. Very close of leading the team in scoring, actually. Jeremy Grant with 19 points, and Corey Joseph was second with 18 points and 5 rebounds coming off the bench here. So well done for the Pistons. They get the win. But once again, there is no buyability, bettability, believability, any ability. There is not even basketball ability on this Pacers team, folks. So another unfortunate loss here for the Pacers. I'm so sorry, Pacers fans, truly. All right, next game up here, Celtics at the Hawks, and a big win here for this Hawks team, winning 110-99. Celtics still without Jaylen Brown, and they've kind of been doing decent without Jaylen Brown. Is this their first loss without Jaylen Brown in the last couple of games here? The Celtics lose, unfortunately. Dennis Schroeder still in the starting lineup. Dennis Schroeder, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Grant Williams at the 4, and Jason Tatum at the 3 here. Dennis Schroeder, 15 points, 3 assists. Marcus Smart, 8 points, 11 assists. Very well done. He shot 30% on 10 shots. Not horrible. Al Horford, 13.7 rebounds. Jason Tatum, 34 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, and then they had one good bench production from Josh Richardson off the bench, 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Unfortunately, it was just not enough to beat this Hawks team. Is this team getting back on track, or just on track in general? They've got out to a very slow start this season. Trae Young, 18 points, 11 assists, a very good night besides shooting, 0 of 6 from the 3. Bogdan Bogdanovich, we just saw his brother, Bojan Bogdanovich, step up 2 nights ago and get great production. What'd the brother do? 12 points, 6 assists. He shot 4 of 10 from 3. So, okay, starting to get there a little bit. Still not on his brother's level just quite yet. But overall, we'll see if Bogdanovich can get back to the good Bogdanoviches of last year. Clint Capella, 9 points, 12 rebounds. John Collins, 20 points, 11 rebounds. And Kevin Huerter, 19 points, 5 rebounds. And then off the bench here, we get Cam Reddish with 19 points off the bench. Huge production by him. And the Hawks are able to not even upset the Celtics, just beat the Celtics. Alrighty, next game up here, Cavs at the Nets. Cavs made it close, so we give the Cavs credit for that, but the Nets get a nice bounce back win here, losing 2 nights ago against the who was it? Big game. Oh, Steph Curry and the Warriors getting out-torched by Steph Curry. Masterclass. Steph Curry was teaching at the Barclays Center 2 nights ago. All right, but here we go. Nets get the win here. Kevin Durant, 23 points, shooting 56% from the field, so definitely a better performance than what he showed against the Warriors. James Harden, triple-double, 27, or not triple-double, my apologies. Close to a triple-double. 27 points, 7 assists, 10 rebounds, so very, very close there, but James Harden got it done. Patty Mills still in the starting lineup here, 21 points, a plus 19 on the floor. Patty Mills is going to be the secret sauce to this Nets team. Obviously, we don't expect Kyrie Irving to play this year unless that kind of rule gets changed. So it's going to be Patty Mills stepping it up here. Played 35 big old minutes last night and was a plus 19, the best plus minus on the floor. So shout out to him. And then let's shout out LaMarcus Aldridge. Once again, 6th man of the year, folks. He should be candidate number 1 for 6th man of the year at this point in time. Played 30 minutes off the bench. Yes, sir. Oh, playing 30 minutes, LaMarcus Aldridge early in the year? Okay. 24 points, 7 rebounds by him, and they're able to get the win. And then the Cavs. Unfortunately, no Jared Allen last night, and they were still only lost by, what did we say, 11 points? 10 points right there. So this was a good performance by this Cavs team. This Cavs team may be kind of the real deal of kind of tier 2 teams in the NBA, folks. Darius Garland, 24.6 assists. Ricky Rubio in the starting lineup at the 2, 25 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. What a great night. Ed Davis filling in for Jared Allen, 6 points, 11 rebounds, and only a -6 on the floor in a 10-point loss. I'll give Ed Davis that. That's good. I'll give him it. It sucks for a loss here, but this Cavs team getting better and having all their kind of role players step up here, big time impressive. Dean Wade, 11 points, 5 rebounds, and Isaac Okoro, 8.6 rebounds. Didn't shoot the best, 3 of 11 from the field for 27%, but nice bench contribution from Kevin Love, 11 points, 9 rebounds, and who do we got? C.D. Osman, still stepping it up here. C.D. Osman, obviously not 6th man of the year candidate, but maybe like 8th Man of the Year candidate here. He's really been stepping up a few games this season. So 19 minutes off the bench, 11 points, 4 rebounds. We'll take that all day. So truly an unfortunate loss here for the Cavs, but still kind of impressive. So Nets get the big old win, 109-99. Next game up here, man, oh man, we got a minute 40 and still like 6 games left. We may go a little over. Shocker in our NBA Daily 10. But here we go. Brandon Ingram and the Pelicans take on the Heat here. And this was one of our official picks from last night, taking the Pelicans plus 9. Did we get 9 points? Yeah, 9 points, I believe it was. And unfortunately, they don't cover. They lose 113-98. Can't buy this Pelicans team, unfortunately. The starting lineup all had really solid production out here. Brandon Ingram, 19 points, 5 assists. Jonas Valanciunas, 13 points, 8 rebounds. Nickeil Alexander-Walker led the team in scoring, 24 points. Devontae Graham, 11 points, 4 assists. And then Josh Hart, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. But they got absolutely no bench production by really anybody on this team. And this is what we know they're lacking with all their injuries and all that. You take away from the bench. So Pelicans unfortunately lose. Are the Heat back on track? Jimmy Butler's back, folks, so we can start betting this Heat team again and buying into this Heat team again. We were just waiting for Jimmy to be back. He was back last night, 31 points, led the team in scoring, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, triple-double. Fantastic by Jimmy Buckets out here. Who else do we got? PJ Tucker, 13 points, 4 rebounds, great night. No Bam Adebayo, so Dwayne Dedmon fills in, 2 points, 8 rebounds, but he only took 3 shots, so not bad. Duncan Robinson, 6 points on 2 of 6 from the 3. And then Tyler Hero filling in at the number 1 here, 19 points, 5 assists, absolutely very well done by him. And look at this bench production, folks. Max Strus, 15 points, 3 rebounds. Caleb Martin, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Gabe Vincent, 13 points, folks. Absolutely great all around here. And the Nets get the big win. That is our 10 minutes, but we still got games to go over, so let's close it out here. Keep on going. Magic at the Knicks, and the Magic get the win here, 104-98. Holy moly, did Cole Anthony have a great game? Cole Anthony had a pretty gosh dang good game. 15 points, 7 assists, 10 rebounds. Cole Anthony getting it done. We get Franz Wagner, 16 points, 9 rebounds. Mo Bamba, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Everybody in the starting lineup getting it done, folks. Wendell Carter, 11 points, 8 rebounds, and then Jalen Suggs, 13 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And look at this bench. Terrence Ross, 19 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. So what a great night, folks. This Cole Anthony momentum is infectious on this team, and he's able to help propel this Magic team to a game that they probably should have lost against the Knicks. Now, let's talk about this Knicks team. Kemba Walker in the starting lineup. That's why they lose. Get that man out of the starting lineup. Kemba Walker, 5 points, 2 assists, only took 7 shots. Derrick Rose off the bench, 2 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Didn't do that much better, but overall, we just don't like Kemba Walker in the starting lineup. Once again, Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, both bad games last night offensively. Both only scoring 5 points, only taking 6, 7 shots respectively. But they're just too inconsistent to be on the floor at the same time, because if they're both inconsistent, you're not going to win with your guards not putting up any points. It's just not really going to lead to any meaningful wins. So I don't know. The Knicks have to figure out something with their number 1. We've been advocating for Derrick Rose to get into the starting lineup. That has not happened yet. So I guess the Knicks are just not watching the show. Pity, truly pity. Mitchell Robinson, 13 points, 11 rebounds. Julius Randle, 13 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. RJ Barrett, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. I believe he led the team in scoring. Fantastic. And we even had some good bench production. Alec Burks, 15 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Great. And then Obi Toppin, 14 points, 5 rebounds. So just Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, they need y'all. They need y'all to put up the points. And Kemba Walker, he loves taking shots. Like, Kemba Walker loves to jack up some shots here and there. So damn. Knicks lose. This is not a game they should have lost. This is a bad loss by the Knicks. All right, next game up here, we get Lakers at the Bucks. Still no LeBron, but they made it close and competitive against this Bucks team. Bucks get the win, 109-102 over the Lakers. Let's start here with the Bucks since they got the win. Chris Middleton back in the starting lineup. Still no Brook Lopez, so Bobby Portis still at the 5. But overall, this is basically the starting lineup here for the Bucks. Giannis, 47 points, 9 rebounds, a great night. Grayson Allen, only 5 points, only took 5 threes. They didn't really need him to score the ball last night. Drew Holiday, 8 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. rebounds, 4 steals. A great performance for the number one out there. Bobby Portis, 17 points, 5 rebounds. And then Chris Middleton, 16 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, shot 33% on 12 shots. Not terrible overall. And then because, everybody's kind of back in the starting lineup, Pat Connaughton can come off the bench and do Pat Connaughton off the bench things like he did last night. 16 points, very well done, and a +4 on the floor. Bucks get the win. And then the Lakers, this was a good game, folks. They made it competitive all throughout. Russell Westbrook, 19 points, 15 assists, only 3 turnovers, a +3 on the floor. He's still getting it done, folks. Once again, Russell Westbrook, it takes a couple of kind of weeks every single NBA season for him to kind of get acclimated, finding that good ratio, that good balance of being a Tasmanian devil while also reeling it in to be beneficial for your team. So Russell Westbrook, I know the first kind of week, maybe 2 weeks here, everybody was making fun of him, and I kind of understand it, but now Russell Westbrook is starting to kind of settle in here. So let's take it down a notch a little bit. So Russell Westbrook, a solid performance last night. Anthony Davis, 18 points, 9 rebounds. Carmelo Anthony in the starting lineup, 10 points, 6 rebounds. And then Talen Horton-Tucker led the team in scoring, 25 points, 12 rebounds. What a night. And then we had Malik Monk, and once again, they need Malik Monk to be so much better than what he is right now. And we know he can be so much better than what he is right now. So it's truly frustrating that Malik Monk is just not having good productive nights out here. 11 points, but on 1 of 7 from 3, a -9 on the floor. Please, Malik Monk. He's going to be the kind of make it or break it for this Lakers team. Even with LeBron James, you still need a scorer coming off the bench here, and Malik Monk's got to be it. So Lakers lose a close one here, 109-102. Then we get the Kings and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves get the win here, 107-97 over the Kings. We can skip the Kings. It's nothing good. Buddy Hield is still coming off the bench, 5 of 14 from the 3, put up 16 points. Timberwolves here, Anthony Edwards, 26 points, 5 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. D'Angelo Russell, 17 points, 7 assists, and then Patrick Beverley, 14 points and 7 assists. So everybody in the starting lineup got it done. The big 3 here for the Timberwolves get it done, and they get the win. We still got 3 games to go, folks, and we're way over our 10 minutes, so we're just trying to power through these last couple of games here. Here we go. Rockets at the Thunder. Thunder blow them out here, 101-89. And finally, Luguentz Dort. Alrighty, we've seen some good production by Luguentz Dort these last couple of weeks here, so we'll start to kind of say that he's starting to come into his own here. He put up 34 big old points, 8 rebounds, fantastic. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 15 points, 9 assists, 4 steals, 7 rebounds. What a night by him as well. And then Josh Giddey, 14 points, 11 rebounds. That's enough for them to get it done. And then for the Rockets, Daniel Tice came off the bench. Finally, this Rockets team is doing something good. Move that man down to the bench. I've got no problem Daniel Tice coming off the bench. They moved Christian Wood to the 5 here, which was what they were rocking with kind of last year, the Rockets rocking with last year. Christian Wood at the 5, 10 points, 14 rebounds, still the same basic production that we get from him. So, hey, they're making progress here. Still, unfortunately, lost, and still a little bit of a blowout here, but they're making steps in the right direction, and you just had a Luguentz Dort night. That doesn't really happen that often. Thunder get the win, 101-89. Then last 2 games here, Mavericks and the Suns. Another win here. 10 straight wins here for the Suns. And it was a competitive game, so I give the Mavericks credit. Just unfortunately couldn't kind of close out the game. Chris Paul, 7 points, 14 assists. Devin Booker, 24 points, 9 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton back in the lineup, baby. 19 points, 13 rebounds. Sheesh, what a night. Jay Crowder, 14 points, 4 of 9 from 3. That's his game. McCall Bridges, 10 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. A great night by him. And then some solid production off the bench. JaVale McGee, 10.6 rebounds in only 11 minutes. Oh, what a performance. And then Landry Shamet, 11 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds in only 17 minutes as well. So Suns getting it done and truly finding their groove. What did we say? They started like 1-3 at the start of the season, rallying off 10 straight here. Well done for the Suns and looking to kind of get back to the NBA Finals. And then for the Mavericks, just come up a little bit short here. No Luka Doncic, and they were still competitive. Interesting. They play very good without Luka Doncic. How crazy is that? So Jalen Brunson fills in at the 1, 18 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. That's kind of like Luka Doncic production right there. Tim Hardaway Jr. steps up finally. His best performance of the season so far. 22 points, led the team in scoring. 3 of 8 from the 3, 39% on 23 shots. Not the most efficient, but overall not bad. Dwight Powell at the 5, 3 points, 13 rebounds. Porzingis still playing the 4 here, 21 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. He had a great night, stepped up without Luka Doncic. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, 9 points, 7 rebounds. Frank Nikitalina here had a good production off the bench with 13 points. And then Trey Burke also a solid performance of 10 points off the bench. Unfortunately, just a little bit short here for the win. And then the last game of the night here. One of our other picks, we only had 2 picks and we lost them both. Man, oh man. And the Bulls had it in the first half. They just had a big collapse here. What do they got? They won the first 2 quarters. First quarter, they outscored the Blazers 33-24. Second quarter, they outscored the Blazers 30-24. But then in the second half, they just came out flat-footed. They got outscored 33-22 in the third quarter and then 31-22 in the fourth quarter. And that's why the Blazers were able to win. Damn it. We had the Bulls +1. It was a real close spread line right there that we took the Bulls. And the Blazers get the win 112-107 over the Bulls. Is this Portland Blazers team finally getting it figured out? I wouldn't go that far just quite yet. We still got to see some more games and some good wins here for this Blazers team, but hey, you gotta start somewhere, so we give them credit. Blazers, Damian Lillard, 22 points, 10 assists, a great night by him, 3 of 9 from the 3. CJ McCollum, 9 points, 5 assists. Yusuf Nurkic, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Norman Powell, 18 points. And then Robert Covington, 10 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. And then great production off the bench here by Larry Nance Jr., 16 points, 9 rebounds in 24 minutes. Absolutely, we will take that. Now the Bulls still without Vucevic. Unfortunate. Lonzo Ball, 17 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. And he shot 3 of 5 from 3. Had a really good scoring night, 53%. Zach LaVine, 30 points, 6 rebounds. Tony Bradley at the 5 instead of Vucevic. 6 points, 4 rebounds. Not bad for filling in a -3 on the floor. Once again, not bad. DeMar DeRozan, 22 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Alex Caruso in the starting lineup at the 3, 12 points and 10 rebounds. Off the bench, nothing great, and that really did kind of hurt him. Derrick Jones Jr. still trying to figure it out. 6 points, 3 rebounds. He was a +7 on the floor in 20 minutes. So once again, good defender. Just needs to kind of be a little bit more of a consistent offensive producer out there, whether it's scoring or rebounding or assisting, finding your niche and helping out the team a little bit more than what he's been doing the last couple of seasons, because we know his ceiling is really high because he's so athletic, but so far I don't think he's living up to what he could be. But that's just our feelings on it. So Blazers get the win 112-107, and that is our NBA Daily 10 that we went like 20 plus minutes on. So classic. Alrighty, now let's kind of transition to the NFL here and start predicting or reacting to these Week 11 lines. Let's find the disrespectful value here. See where Vegas is maybe a little undervaluing teams, where we can kind of scoop in and get some credit here. See where our thinking is compared to Vegas, and just most importantly, I don't know if I said this already, but I'll say it again because it's that important. Finding the value of these spreads, folks. That's what we love to find here. Value. Where is the value? And we're usually pretty good at finding the value. So let's see if we can continue on here. Week 11 in the NFL. Let's start here with Thursday night's game, which is going to be a really good one, hopefully. Once again, all these primetime games, really just NFL in general this season, has been absolutely, I would say, amazing, flawless, perfect, I would even say. Just all these games, but maybe it's just every NFL season that we're feeling like this because it's the NFL, the best sport in the world. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah on that? Can I get a hell yeah that football's the best sport in the world, folks? Alrighty, here we go. Thursday night game, Patriots at Falcons. This Patriots team now in the national media spotlight. Everybody's buying them. They've got opposing defenders going to bat for the rookie quarterback, Tyrann Mathieu, saying, respect Mac Jones. Respect the man. Okay, we're respecting the man. He's getting some wins. He's playing very well out here. Playing game managing football. The best rookie of this draft class as of yet. So, Patriots have it all really figured out. Offensively, defensively, Bill Belichick is not playing around this season. He saw Tom Brady get a ring, and he knows, folks. He knows. Bill Belichick knows, folks, about the narrative. Who deserves credit for the Patriots dynasty, Bill or Tom? Tom just won a ring without Bill. That doesn't make Bill look good, and Bill knows that doesn't make him look good. And now Bill is on a tear with their rookie quarterback going 6-4, folks. Bill is back, okay? So, Patriots on the road here. Falcons are absolutely absolutely not good. This is not a good team. Yes, they could pull out some wins that really they shouldn't. They lose games that they probably shouldn't. This is not a good team overall. Calvin Ridley, still no word from this man. So Falcons, Matt Ryan can't get it done in the red zone. We just saw that last week. Got, kind of a little blown out a little bit last week. So Falcons, they've got nothing. This Patriots defense is going to eat this Falcons offense alive. Matt Ryan, I'm predicting at least 3 turnovers. He fumbles, he throws interceptions, so you can take your pick of how they're going to be distributed here. But the Patriots defense will get after it. Matthew Judon has been terrorizing quarterbacks, injuring quarterbacks, and he has no remorse for it. Matt Ryan, you better wear some extra protective armor because Matthew Judon has your number and he's coming for you. So I really think this is going to be a big one for this Patriots team. This Falcons defense isn't anything great, so once again, Mac Jones isn't going to, be struggling out here. Mac Jones is truly taking command of this offense for what it is, spreading the ball around willy-nilly wherever he wants. It's just how much are we going to see from Ramondre Stevenson? Damien Harris is good to go this week. All clear to go. Maybe he won't play that much on this short week, so hopefully they can rely on Ramondre Stevenson, and if they rely on him, he'll get it done. We've seen it in the last 2 weeks, folks, and we absolutely love it. So I'm calling this one. I'm going to call this one Patriots minus, I'll go -4. I could see it 3.5, 4, 4.5 right there. We'll go right in the middle at 4. Patriots -4 here. A complete flip from, the home team getting -3, all that. I just really believe in this Falcons defense at the end of the day, or this Patriots defense at the end of the day. The Falcons can't put up any points, and Mac Jones takes advantage of every instance of getting short field positions, getting turnovers and all that, and capitalizing and not really turning over the ball. So I'm calling Patriots -4, and I think we are going to be taking the Patriots tonight, depending on what the value is, of course. If we're getting crazy with Patriots -10, then we'll have to kind of maybe reconsider a little bit. But overall, Patriots -4, feeling good. I'm just feeling good about this Patriots team like everybody else is, and I think everybody else is kind of right to be thinking that way. This Patriots team is back, folks. Alrighty, that's Thursday tonight, folks. Now let's talk about this Sunday slate. Next game up here, Saints at the Eagles. And, ooh, man, I want to love this Saints team, and I want to start betting the Saints team and giving the great value on the Saints. And we wanted to do that last week. Unfortunately, they were going against the Titans, and y'all know our history with the Titans. We've been getting that great value with them the last month, so we couldn't take the Saints last week. And now we're big on this Eagles team, and it's Saints at Eagles. Ugh. So the Saints offense, we love what Trevor Siemian's doing, folks. Trevor Siemian is a very, very good quarterback. Accurate, cool, calm, collected in the pocket, big arm, can make all the throws, exactly everything you're looking for in a franchise quarterback. Now, unfortunately, they have to go on the road to the Eagles here, who have a real good defense, folks. Once again, we've been a little bit of early adopters on this Eagles team these last couple of weeks, always saying, yes, they've only got 3 wins, but they're a good team, and we're seeing this offense get better every single week. Nick Sirianni, I really think he has to be in the consideration for Coach of the Year, and shout out to all these kind of young coaches getting it done. Brandon Staley's looking real good so far. Yes, some unfortunate losses these last couple of weeks, but overall, the mantra as a head coach, I think he fits it perfectly. Nick Sirianni here, big credit to him with this Eagles team adjusting. Didn't look the greatest out of the gate. It seemed a little overwhelmed, but he's just taking it week by week here, getting better, slowing everything down, running the ball, establishing that, developing Jalen Hurts off the run and all that. So truly, Nick Sirianni deserves a ton of credit. What other young coaches we got? I think I'm missing one. Kevin Stefanski, a little bit of a rougher patch this season than last season, but we still believe in him overall. So that's 3. Any other young head coaches here? Not Urban Meyer at all. He's the worst head coach. He's the worst head coach in the league. Any other? Is it just the 3? What else we got? Zach Taylor with the Bengals, turning around that franchise. That's the 4 right there. What else do we got? Cliff Kingsbury with the Cardinals. Are we up to 5 now? 5 great, young, up-and-coming head coaches in the league, and I really don't think we've seen this many good head coaches all at once. And this is what makes the NFL so great this season, folks, is that everybody is so equal. There is no real big disparity in the NFL. Yes, we've got like 2 or 3 bad teams maybe. Texans, Jags. There's still some buyability in the Texans overall. Still a little buyability in the Jags with Trevor Lawrence. But overall, everything is real close and real tight. Everybody kind of around the 4, 5, 6 win mark. Gonna definitely make the back end of the season so much more entertaining and interesting. But overall, shout out to Nick Sirianni for getting it done with the Eagles. So Eagles offense is rolling here. The Saints defense is it's a solid defense. This is a solid defense. Saints ended up losing last week. Close, unfortunate. So, it's just really all going to come down to, we're saying Sean Payton is holding this offense back a little bit. We believe in Trevor Siemian. Just unfortunately, they're not letting it open it up really as much as they really should. Let's start getting Marquez Callaway, please. I know you don't have Michael Thomas, but you still got other great wide receivers to go deep with. Jeez. But here we go. This is going to be a good one, and I think I'm just going to put it right on the line a little bit. I'm going to call this one Eagles -3.5. Home team gets -3. Really kind of overall good, overall really matching up. This is going to be a good matchup as well this week. Saints at Eagles. We'll call it Eagles -3. We'll see if we get great value. I mean, if we're talking about Saints +6, +7, yeah, we're going to take that all day. That's great value at that point. 3.5, 3 line at that point. Not really great value either way, but we'll see what Vegas puts it at. We'll call it Eagles -3.5. All right, then we get the Dolphins at the Jets, and this is the Jets with Joe Flacco. Do we believe in Joe Flacco? No. This Dolphins defense is truly coming to his own. Better late than never. Unfortunately, I think it might be a little bit too late overall with already the 7 losses, but we'll see what happens. As we just said, everything is real tight in the NFL, so maybe we can squeak something out in a wild card bid. This Dolphins offense, it's not good. Tua's good. Everything else is not really that good. I don't believe in Joe Flacco. I mean, we're going with Mike White and Joe Flacco. So, Robert Saleh, I don't really think, he is one of these young coaches. We obviously just didn't put him in, one of the best coaches. Obviously, we did leave him out, and that's for a reason. I don't like that we're going between all these different quarterbacks. Give Mike White a chance. He had one good game, one bad game. The bad game was against the Bills defense. I mean, this Dolphins defense is good, so maybe he would struggle against it as well, but I mean, winning with Joe Flacco, that just has the win for this year. I mean, that doesn't help the team overall in the long run. That doesn't help maybe your trade value of Mike White, because we know some teams are going to be looking for quarterbacks and backup quarterbacks, especially what's been going on this season. And if COVID's still around next year, which it probably will be, you've got to have at least a serviceable backup, and Mike White could be that. So you're not gaining anything with Joe Flacco. You're already 2-7. We're talking about the Dolphins probably not making the playoffs at 3-7. You're 2-7, probably not making it either. So I don't like Robert Saleh's all of his decisions so far, but he's making them, so we'll let him make it. So Jets are going with Joe Flacco. The Dolphins defense should be able to destroy that really easily here. We're going to call this one Dolphins, just the -2 right here. Dolphins -2, really just because of the defense. Once again, there is no buyability in the overall offense here for the Dolphins. The offensive coordinators don't know how to call. The offensive line is complete trash. I think it's one of the worst rated offensive lines maybe in NFL history. Definitely this season, but maybe also in NFL history. Tua is the only bright spot here, and we know how the media treats him. You would think he caused COVID, honestly. If you had a kind of a couple of names of culprits of who started COVID, and Tua was one of those names, based on what the media has been saying slandering wise, you'd be like, oh yeah, Tua, wasn't he the quarterback that started COVID? I believe that's what it was, right? Yeah, it's Tua. Yeah, I mean, that's really what the media would have y'all be thinking out here. So we'll call this one Dolphins -2. We'll see what Vegas puts the line at and see if it's good value. But the Dolphins offense overall, defense, but we've seen the defense score by themselves, so we'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. Washington at Carolina right here. Cam Newton back with the Panthers. Do we buy it? We just watched all of his throws this week in our Wednesday film study. Still inaccurate. Scored twice. Fantastic. We're not taking anything away from that. But the accuracy, once again, still a little bit of a question mark. That's why we didn't like him with the Patriots. All that, the accuracy. And this Washington football defense has been stepping up these last 2 weeks. I mean, they've given up less than 20 points in the last 2 meetings. Less than 20 points against Tom Brady. How great is that? That's great right there. And then 2 weeks ago, they only gave up 17 points. They lost 17-10, but still holding teams under 20 points. I mean, you're pretty much going to win if you do that on a consistent basis. The offense starting to get there a little bit. We saw Taylor Heineke go gamer, baller mode against the Bucks last week. So we'll see if they're able to live up to that tempo here. Panthers defense is really good as well. So I'm not believing 100% in this Panthers offense with Cam Newton at the helm going against this Washington football defense. Unfortunately, no Chase Young. He's out with an ACL for the rest of the season. Prayers up to him. Hopefully he can get back soon. ACL obviously for the year, but hopefully he's going to go at the start of next season. But I just can't. I'm just not buying this Panthers offense with Cam Newton. I know it was great last week seeing him score twice, but we had to watch all of his plays, folks. It wasn't just those 2 plays that he had. He was playing into the fourth quarter. Still the accuracy, a little bit of a problem. So we're gonna call this one Panthers -1, and I would stay away from this game because this is gonna be a low-scoring defensive battle, and we'll see who has the ball at the end of the game. That's pretty much who's gonna win. We'll call it Panthers -1. All right, next game up here, Colts at the Bills. And, folks, we know this Colts team is not good. They just even went down in our kind of ranks a little bit because they were a close game against the Jags, and Carson Wentz couldn't close out the game at any point out here. So this Bills defense is good. The Colts are trash. I'm calling this one Bills -13.5, folks. This Colts team is not good. Hard Knocks, did that come out last night, folks? We'll watch it tonight. Well, we'll try to squeeze it in tonight. But there was no promo for that last night at all, even during the day, and it was supposed to air last night at 10 p.m. Let me go to my HBO Max app right here. Wait, is this on? I looked at like 9 o'clock. It still wasn't on there. I had to double check because I saw nothing on social media. Nobody was talking about it, so I don't know if they moved the date and didn't tell anybody. But we got is Hard Knocks even up here for the Colts? It was supposed to be yesterday, the 17th at 10, and it's not even on the front page. They got me Googling Hard Knocks here, or searching Hard Knocks on the HBO Max app. It's just the Cowboys. Oh, no. Okay, here we go, the Colts. They did put the episode up, but did anybody even watch it? I'm hearing nobody talk about it. So it's up there. Do we even need to see it? Are we even interested in the Colts anymore? I don't even think so. But we'll watch it. We'll report back to you probably tomorrow on it. Bills -13.5. There's no viability in the Colts, folks. Absolutely zero. All right, then we get the Lions at the Browns. Big bounce-back game needed here for the Browns, obviously, for the shellacking that they had against the Patriots defense. Lions, they went into overtime, but that offense is so trash. Jared Goff is so trash. Going against his Browns team, absolutely good luck. We're calling this one Browns -9.5. They'll bounce back, folks. Don't worry about them. Maybe we can even get some good value. We could get some good value. Maybe if it's under 6.5, if it's like Browns -6.5, that's good value. You could take it right under that 7-point hook. But I think Vegas will be a little smarter than that, and we'll call them Browns -9.5. All right, then we get the 49ers at the Jags. 49ers defense probably steps up here. This could be a game. Maybe the Jags, they have been competitive. We got to give the Jaguars a little credit. I don't want to go overboard with the credit, but we'll give them a little credit out here for being a little competitive over the last 2 weeks. One against the Bills, 9-6. Competitive last week against the Colts. One possession game. Trevor Lawrence with the turnover. He's very turnover prone. Rookie quarterback making the mistakes out here. Jimmy Garoppolo still kind of fighting for his life here to be the starting quarterback for the 49ers. The defense is solid as well. I think they bounced back from their loss last week. We'll call this one 49ers. Or no. Hang on. 49ers last week. They were against the Rams. They beat the Rams. Am I bugging? I'm bugging, right? Last week, 49ers Rams. Correct. 49ers Rams. So they won last week. So yeah, they're riding high. So I doubt this Jaguars team brings them down. We'll call this one 49ers -4 on the road. All right, then we get the Titans at the Texans here. Titans, another big-time game for them this week. They've won the last 5 meetings, even though they were getting points for those 5 games. Bango. We just missed them. We had Titans -2.5, and they win by 2. So we're not totally off of our cash cow with the half-a-point hook. It's unfortunate, but it happens. But we're ready to get right back into it. I don't expect Vegas to disrespect the Titans this week because it is against the Texans. Texans coming off the bye. Hopefully Tyrod is getting a little bit better out here. So I'm going to call this one Titans -11.5 here. May not take it this week because we still have some viability in the Tyrod Taylor's offense with the Texans, but we'll see what we get. Titans minus 11.5, and I think we may have to start fading the Titans. Everyone's buying the Titans in the national media, but I think this is the wrong time to do so, folks, and this is what we're saying about us being kind of like a week, 2 weeks ahead of the national media curve. Folks, we've been rocking with this Titans team ever since the Bills, folks. Remember that, and we've been on them since that point, and the media is just now getting on them, where we're starting to see this Titans team score in clusters. They're not good offensively throughout the entire game, and we've been starting to see this the last 2 weeks. So I think we're starting to fade the Titans. Obviously, we're not going to fade the Titans against the Texans because, come on, let's be a little bit real here. But overall, I think the media is a little bit late on the Titans bandwagon. Yes, they're going to be right this week because, once again, it is against the Texans, but we'll see what they got up next week. I think we're going to be fading them a little bit here, but obviously this week it's an easy week. We'll call it Titans minus 11.5. All right, then we get the Packers at the Vikings, and this is going to be a really good game out here. I know we haven't done our power rankings yet, but this game is truly going to factor power rankings this week. I'll have a little bit of a update for you. With our power rankings, we do have the Vikings in the top 10. I believe the Vikings can really turn the corner. I think they started to turn the corner last week, a real good win against the Chargers, and now they're at home against the Packers. A huge, big potential game for this Vikings team. And once again, this Vikings offense is not the problem. They're just turning over the ball, and they don't know how to close out games. That's the only reason why the Vikings have 5 losses. Their offensive pace and production has really been good the entire 9 games that they played, but they are not able to close out the games, but they closed it out last week. Fantastic. We'll see if they can pull some wins together here. So this is going to be a great game. I'm just calling this one Vikings minus 3, and we might be able to get some great value. Obviously, everybody's big on the Packers. We'll see if the Vegas is as well, but we'll call this one Vikings minus 3. All right, then we get the Ravens at the Bears. Ooh, Ravens, not a good couple of last weeks here, losing to the Dolphins, not great. In this Bears defense or Bears team just in general, coming off of a bye. We'll see what Justin Fields and Matt Nagy have cooked up after the bye, and we'll still see if Matt Nagy is holding Justin Fields back. Really, honestly, Matt Nagy should have been studying Nick Sirianni with Jalen Hurts with the Eagles, because that's exactly what the Bears should be doing. Their offenses are literally kind of identical. Dual threat quarterback, not the greatest receivers, a solid running game. That's exactly what the Bears should be doing, exactly what the Eagles are doing. But Matt Nagy, he thinks he's better than everybody, smarter than everybody, and we'll see what he has cooked up here after the bye. I don't know what to make of this Ravens team. Are they good? Are they bad? I don't even know anymore. The defense can really kind of take it to them. We've seen that. Obviously, the Dolphins, Ravens couldn't do anything all game, and this Bears defense is pretty solid as well. So I really don't even know what to call this game. I'll call it Bears minus 1.5. I don't even know at this point, folks. We'll see, and we'll see if we get any good value, but we'll see what Vegas puts the line in, and we'll see if this Ravens team is the real deal or not. All right, last couple of games here. Let's finish them out. Bengals at Raiders. Bengals coming off the bye, and Raiders coming off of an unfortunate loss again. So Bengals, struggling going into the bye. Raiders struggling in these last 2 weeks. This is going to be a real good game to truly see who's the real deal and who is maybe possibly pretenders. Once again, we have this Raiders narrative. It's not even a narrative. It's the truth that, over the last 2 seasons, floundering in the back half. Good in the first half, bad in the second half, and don't make the playoffs as a result of that. This is going to be a really telling game. Can Rich Bisaccia get the team back on track? Can Derek Carr, for the love of goodness, stop turning over the ball? Because why are you doing that? You're too good to be doing that, Derek Carr. Come on. So Bengals here coming off the bye. Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Can they scheme it good? I'm sure they can. I'm going to put this one right on the line here. Raiders minus 3 because they are at home. Then we get the Cardinals at the Seahawks here. Cardinals, we'll see if Kyler Murray's good to go. It's seeming like he is, missing the last 2 weeks. Obviously can't buy Colt McCoy anymore. Seahawks offense is still not great, but they are in a do-or-die situation. Division rival, all of that here probably plays into it. But overall, this Cardinals defense is very, very good, folks. They're top 5 defense in the league. Buda Baker and squad getting it done. And if Kyler Murray's back, I mean, the sky's the limit offensively, folks. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, all getting good, all being back out there on the field and looking to start winning again. And the Seahawks offense, folks, they just got shut out. They got shut out, folks. How many teams have gotten shut out this season? The Bills have shut out 2 teams themselves, so shout out to that Bills defense. But overall, there's not been that many shutouts here, and getting shut out is truly not good. So we'll call this one Cardinals minus. Let's see where we're at with Kyler Murray. I'm almost certain he's playing this week. I don't think it is certain, but I think it's looking towards like he's good to go. So let's see here. Kyler Murray, what do we got? Colt McCoy's even questionable. Colt McCoy's like, please, Kyler Murray, play. I don't want to be out here anymore. I've been exposed. He's questionable, but I think he's on track. So we're going to kind of predict this one. And once again, we can learn a little bit to see which kind of way the inside of the Cardinals organization is leaning with Kyler Murray and all that. We can learn a little bit from the line. We'll expect Kyler Murray to be playing here, and we'll call this one Cardinals -4. So if we're getting any points with the Cardinals, I think it's safe to say that Kyler Murray will not play, but we'll see what we get. Alrighty, then the most anticipated matchup of the week over here at Takes by Fans, Cowboys at Chiefs. The Walk of Fame defense versus the back-to-back Super Bowl participants. 1 loss, 1 win. Who's going to come out on top? This Chiefs team has been cleaning up the turnovers these last 2 weeks. Just a little bit of a muff punt last week. That was their only turnover, so big shout out to the Chiefs for cleaning up those turnovers. But this Cowboys team, Ball Hawks Walk of Fame defense, because they're all stars on that Cowboys defense, baby. Come on. Cowboys offense is rocking and rolling here. I'm going to put this one right on the line here. We'll see what Vegas does. We'll call this one Chiefs -3 just because they're at home. And at that point, we're taking that Walk of Fame defense all day long. Give us that. All right, then we get the Steelers at Chargers here. Steelers offense, it's not going to get going. It will never get going. Even with Big Ben, we don't even care. It's trash. It's not. If it hasn't gotten going at the start of the season, what do we say? Big Ben's arm will be deteriorating and probably will just fall clean off here at the back end of the season. So no more viability in the Steelers offense. His defense is still good, but Minka Fitzpatrick is out, and he's one of the best pieces for the Steelers defense here. Chargers have been struggling, winning. I think they've lost their last 2 competitions out here these last 2 weeks. Overall, the offense is good. The defense is good. Brandon Staley, Justin Herbert, all that is good. Chargers at home. We'll call this one Chargers -4 against the Steelers. And then the Monday night game, Giants at the Bucs. Tom Brady versus the Giants. Usually doesn't go that well in his career. We'll call this one, well, I don't even know what to call this one anymore because Tom Brady's turning over the ball. What are we doing? What are you doing with all these turnovers, Tom Brady? You can't be doing that anymore. They're going to make you pay like they've made you pay these last 2 weeks. So this Giants defense is pretty solid. I think Saquon Barkley's on track to play this week, folks. Thank goodness we get the quad man back. The quads are back on the field, folks. Thank goodness. Sterling Shepard, questionable. Saquon Barkley, questionable, but I think he will be good to go, folks. So we'll see if this Giants offense can finally get back on track now that a lot of people are healthy out here. This Giants defense is solid as well. Tom Brady with all the turnovers, but it's on Monday Night Football, primetime game at home. I'm sure he cleans it up a little bit. We'll call this one Bucs -5, and we might be able to get some great value here. If Vegas is being disrespectful to the Giants, giving them 7 to 10 points, I think we may be good to take that, but we will see what Vegas puts it at. All right, we just predicted every single line of this week. Now let's see, where we on track? Are we so far off? And where the hell is this value at that we've been talking about all season long? So let's update these lines here, get these lines all up to date, and let's start talking about the Thursday night game tonight. Alrighty, Patriots at Falcons. We predicted this line at Patriots -4, and it's Patriots -6.5. Right under that 7-point hook. Fantastic. We just don't think this Falcons offense will be able to do anything against the Patriots. The Falcons are at home. Patriots may ride the narrative a little bit. I don't think they will. Bill Belichick usually runs a tight ship, so not everybody's buying into the hype that the media is saying about the Patriots. Yeah, Patriots minus 6.5. I think we're good to go for that pick. I'm ready to certify it right under that 7-point hook. Is exactly where we wanted it to be. Mac Jones is playing good. This Falcons defense can't do anything. Cordero Patterson, he'll be shut down. Bill Belichick takes away the thing that you do best, and Cordero Patterson is what the Falcons do the best here. Not even Kyle Pitts. Leave Kyle Pitts open. I don't think it will matter. So Patriots get it done, and they prove it on prime time that they're the real deal and that they deserve to be as highly talked about in the media that they are right now. Patriots minus 6.5. We are taking it tonight, folks. Alrighty, here we go. Saints at Eagles. Let's see if we get some good value here. We predicted this line at Eagles minus 3.5, and it's Eagles minus 1.5. Okay, I love it. I love this right here. Vegas respecting the Saints a little bit. I don't think this value is over disrespectful to the Eagles here. I think we have to stay away from this game because these are two really good teams, folks. Both of these teams are good teams. If they were making the playoffs, let's skip to the end of the season, and these were kind of the last two playoff teams as wild cards, these are tough outs, folks, both of these teams. So I don't think this is any great value here. We'll probably stay away from picking it, but overall, this is going to be a great game to watch, folks. Saints at Eagles. Can't wait for that one. All right, then we get the Dolphins at the Jets. We predicted this one at Dolphins minus 2, and it's Dolphins minus 3.5. Okay, this Dolphins defense, I think we're not making our official picks yet for the entire week yet. You got to tune in to tomorrow's show. Yes, you got to come back-to-back days. It takes my fans. Oh, sue us, okay? Dolphins minus 3.5. The defense should be able to cover that, no problem. We're seeing Tua get better every single week here. The offense is starting to believe in Tua a little bit more, so they're opening it up for him a little bit more. This Jets team, now they're going with Joe Flacco. I mean, all these receivers. I mean, Corey Davis is good, but overall, these Jets receivers aren't anything special. And they had to go from Zach Wilson to Mike White, not to Joe Flacco and all this. So are they going to be good or not? Jets at home. Best thing about this game for them. But Dolphins minus 3, I think it's a solid value right there. Just because of the defense. Just take offenses out of this game. Dolphins defense minus 3.5. See what they did against the Ravens? Come on. You don't think they can do that against slow-ass Joe Flacco? Come on. All right, then we get Washington at Carolina. We predicted this game at Panthers minus 1, and it's Panthers minus 3. So they're just putting it right on that made line where you don't even have to think about it. Right on that kind of home team gets minus 3. And I think we might be taking this game. I won't spoil it just quite yet here, but if you've been listening to what we've been saying the last 30 minutes, I think you can understand which team we're going to be siding here with. I just can't buy Cam Newton. If he proves us wrong, I've got no problem with him proving us wrong, but I don't think he's going to prove us wrong. The accuracy, I doubt it's there game 1 for them. So some good value there with Washington, I would say. All right, then we get the Colts at the Bills. Bills minus 13.5 was our prediction, and it's only Bills minus 7. Yes. Hammer that. Please hammer that. This Colts team can't do anything against this Bills defense. Are you crazy? Carson Wentz throws at least 3 picks. Guarantee that. Carson Wentz throws 3 picks or just 3 turnovers in general, maybe some fumbling there, and then Bills minus 7. Hammer that. Same game parlays. If you can do that with your sportsbook, do it. Colts with 3 turnovers and losing by more than 7. That's a nice big old boost there. Great value both ways. All right, then we get the Lions at the Browns. We predicted this line at Browns minus 9.5, and it's Browns minus 11. Once again, no respect to this Lions team. If you give it up to last week, heading into the last week, if you wanted to give the Lions some credit, I would be fine with that. A couple of percentage of credit of the Lions heading into the game against the Steelers last week. You wanted to give them credit, that's fine. But coming out of that game against the Steelers, any credit that you have, no credit is acceptable for this Lions team anymore. How the hell cannot Jared Goff outperform Mason Rudolph? It's one of the most upsetting things I've ever seen in my entire life, folks. Get Jared Goff out of the league. Out of the league if you cannot beat Mason Rudolph. You tied him. You tied Mason Rudolph. Jared Goff. Get the hell out of the league. What are you, crazy trash? He's a certified trash scrub now. So Browns minus 11.5. All right, then we get the 49ers at the Jags. We predicted this line at 49ers -4, and it's 49ers -6.5. So a little bit more than we really wanted to give up. But overall, this Jaguars team, if this game is close, 49ers up 7, with 1 possession left, Jaguars trying to tie it up at the fourth quarter. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is not clutch. He's shown no clutch gene. I mean, he turns the ball over in the worst situations. When they're leading, he turns the ball over to give the opposing team back in the game and all that. So until Trevor Lawrence starts to clutch it up a little bit and be consistent in the fourth quarter, we'll take the 49ers -6.5. That's some solid value right there. They'll be able to get on board to beat this Jaguars team. All right, then we get the Texans at Titans. We predicted this line at Titans -11.5, and it's only Titans -10. So this is not disrespectful value right here. This is probably exactly what the line should be. As we said, Titans -11.5, Titans -10. Texans +10. It's appetizing, I won't lie, but overall, we have to see what Tyrod Taylor can do, given his last performance, throwing 3 interceptions, leaving a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth, and then off the bye, all that. So we had to stew on it a little bit. Overall, probably stay away from it. Not great value either way. And we'll see what the Titans can do. All right, then we get the Packers at the Vikings. We predicted this line at Vikings -3, and it's Vikings +1.5. Okay, I think I like it a little bit. We're believing in the Vikings here going into this week. Yes, the Packers are still good, which makes it tough because of this line, so we may have to officially stay away from it. But I think I like the Vikings a little bit. We get a 1.5. It's not that much. It's really nothing. You might as well just take them right on the money line at +100, just to boost up your odds. You don't really need the point and a half hook, but if you want the extra coverage, take it. But I think the Vikings can make it competitive, especially at home. Absolutely. That's going to be another great game to watch. Some great games this week, truly. All right, what else do we got up next here? Ravens at Bears. We didn't know what the hell to call this one. We called it Bears -1.5, and it is Bears +5. Whoa, okay. Ravens -5. Vegas giving no love to the Bears coming off the bye, even though they have a good defense. Ravens a little bit of a mini bye playing on Thursday night, so a little extra time to prepare for this one. We'll see what happens. I don't think there's any believability in either the Ravens or the Bears, so we'll probably stay away from this one. 5-point line right here. That's a little too much to swallow for the Ravens, especially with this Bears defense at home. It's a good defense coming off a bye. Damn. I don't know what to even make of that one. All right, then we get the Bengals at the Raiders. We predicted this one at Raiders -3 right on the line, and they're calling this one Raiders +1. Whoa, giving respect to the Bengals coming off the bye. Interesting. Raiders still at home this week. We'll see if Derek Carr can clean up the turnovers, and if the kind of Rich Bisaccia can bring everybody together, given the craziness that's been surrounding the Raiders over the last couple of weeks. Not ready to give up on the Raiders, but this week will be telling as we kind of, are starting to officially get into the back half of the season. Last week was kind of the official midway point. We got 17 games, so you can't really split it down equally. Obviously, 17 isn't divisible by 2. So Raiders, last week, this week, we're at the midpoint. Are you going to keep doing what you've been doing? Because last week you did. So we'll see. Probably stay away from that one. No great value either way. Then we get the Cardinals at the Seahawks. We predicted this line at Cardinals -4, and it's only Cardinals -2. So that's a little interesting. Maybe not. I would say that Kyler Murray probably at this line. I don't know. Cardinals -2. Does Kyler Murray play based off this line? We called it -4 with Kyler Murray. A little bit of value shaved off a little bit. But the Seahawks offense is the biggest factor of why you would bet this game. They've just not been really doing anything over these last couple of weeks. And granted, they didn't have Russell Wilson, obviously, for a 4-game stretch. But once again, even with Russell Wilson, they just put up a goose egg. So no believability in this Seahawks offense, and this Cardinals defense is good. So Cardinals -2, solid value. Alrighty, the Mac Daddy, folks. Cowboys at Chiefs. Can't wait. I can't wait for this one. Clear your calendars. Make sure you're home at 4:25, folks. This is the game of the year. Cowboys at Chiefs. We predicted this one just right on the line. Chiefs -3. And yes, Vegas. Woo! The respect is here. Big shout out to Vegas, folks. The line is Chiefs minus 2.5. So they're saying on a neutral field, the Cowboys are a teensy bit better. And I didn't even think Vegas would be thinking like that. But here we are thinking like that. I love it. Vegas. Yeah. You've been disrespectful 8 straight weeks, 9 straight weeks, 10 straight weeks. We're at week 11 now. Right? Week 11? Yeah, 10 straight weeks. Crazy. And now you're finally showing some respect. Thank you. You've changed your ways. You saw what you did wrong. You're changing. This is it, folks. This is what you're supposed to do. You see what you do wrong over and over again, and then you fix it. Love it. Cowboys getting credit here with the Vegas Sportsbook odd makers. We absolutely love it. So, Cowboys plus 2.5. The Walk of Fame defense is ready to come into town here. Not going to bet this game. We'll spoil it right away. We're not going to bet this game. We are going to stay away from it just so we can enjoy the greatness that comes out of it. Cannot wait for that game. All right, then we get the Steelers at the Chargers. We predicted this line at Chargers -4, and it's Chargers -5.5. Once again, no believability in the Steelers offense. And then the last game of the week, the Giants at the Bucks. We way under predicted this line here. We predicted it at Bucks -5, and it's Bucks -11. I think I might like the Giants here, folks. You'll have to tune into tomorrow's show to see if we take that 11-point spread. It's appetizing. Saquon Barkley back. Tom Brady with all those picks. The defense of the Giants, solid? Okay, I think I might take it. Alrighty, folks, we got to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, making our official picks. We'll unveil our power rankings. We'll talk hard knocks, and we'll break down the Thursday night game and see what Mac Jones or Ramondre Stevenson, the most dynamic duo in the NFL, quarterback, running back duo in the league. We'll see what they can do tonight, and we'll talk about it and break it down tomorrow. Alrighty, folks, we're out of here. Have a great one. We will. Hopefully, y'all watch the game because it's going to be great. And get your popcorn ready. Make sure you got the popcorn ready for the Cowboys Chiefs. Just whatever you do, folks, make sure you're ready for that game. Take care of whatever you got to take care of today, tomorrow, Saturday, early Sunday. But make sure Sunday 4:25 that you're here watching that game. Alrighty, folks, we